Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by if you're new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. My name is Crystal and today we're going to do another commentary video, and this one I'm going to be adding to my Let's Get a Reality series, and it's going to be called The Power of Makeup. Now Nicki Tutorials did a video called The Power of Makeup a really long time ago. It just basically took off and everybody loved it, but I wanted to kind of take that title and break that down a bit more in terms of how it makes you feel, both positive and negative, and how it's created this beauty community that we have today. So before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also go and follow me on Instagram as well. I'll have my handles on the screen for you guys, so go and check me out over there. I do upload every Tuesday and every Saturday at 6 AM Melbourne time, and I am back to my regular uploads. I took a bit of time off there, but yeah, back to the uploads and hopefully keeping you guys entertained during the Melbourne lockdown. So let's just get straight into the video. So this one's a little bit of a different video for me, and I'm so sorry if you can hear my little puppy Dusty running around the floor. My partner's currently doing a meeting, and yeah, I have to look after the dog whilst I'm filming this, so please do ignore that. But this is a bit of a different video for me, but at the same time it is going towards the direction that I want my channel to go, which is actually breaking down a lot of things that are happening in the beauty community that are affecting you directly, me directly, and looking at my experiences and trying to be relatable in terms of how I'm feeling and maybe the ways that you're feeling as well. So the power of makeup. Makeup has the power and the potential to make you feel absolutely $1,000,000, to make you feel like you're an absolute princess, the most bomb looking woman out there, or man out there, or whatever you identify as. It's literally got the power to take you from 0 to 100 if you want to. It can make people feel like they are the most incredible person in the world, the most powerful person in the world. It can make them feel like they put on a pair of stilettos and they are their best versions of themselves. So look, makeup isn't necessarily all bad, and I just want to emphasize that. Like, I know that there is a real spotlight or magnifying glass literally on makeup and how it is such a terrible thing. It's not a terrible thing. Makeup is just skin deep, but it can exacerbate your emotional feelings to make you feel absolutely terrible. And that is kind of what we're going to go down the path of today, is the power of makeup in terms of a negative way and also a positive way, like I mentioned. So for me, I'll use my experiences for example. I feel $1,000,000 once my makeup's on my face. Like, literally, I love putting my makeup on in the morning. It just literally turns me from being someone who just rolled out of bed and would be in their tracksuit pants or be in their gym gear or whatever, and it really makes me elevate and level up per se. Like, I mean, she comes in when that makeup's on. I literally feel every single step that I put on my face, I feel like I've gotten that little bit better, that little bit more prettier, that little bit more boss-like. I feel like I've turned into something completely different, and when that happens in the morning, my attitude rises with it. But they say that makeup can like physically be like a mask, like cake face, a mask, but what else is it masking? Like, what else is it a mask for? For me, it was a mask for confidence. Like, I will never ever go into my workplace, into my corporate workplace, without makeup on. I just won't do it. And it's not because I think I'm ugly. It's not because anyone in my workplace has ever said anything to me about being attractive or needing to look a certain way. It's purely because I don't feel confident and I don't feel my best self without it. And makeup gives me the power to feel those things, that I can be those things, that I can be confident, that I can be like a boss woman that has a great career, that has all these things. But it also, on the flip side, like as a double-edged sword, it is the reason why I lose so much time in the morning. It is the reason why I stress that my powder is correctly set, like for my concealer and stuff like that. It makes me think that if I fake tan, I can't leave the house without makeup on because I'm gonna look weird, or people are gonna think that I am obsessed with my appearance, and if I don't put the makeup on to make it all balanced out, people are gonna think that I'm weird, basically, at the end of the day. And it's hard because I love putting it on in the mornings, but I also despise it. And part of the reason why I despise it is because I'll be using makeup products that I love, that have been around forever, that I think are bomb. For example, let's say the Tarte Shape Tape or the Laura Mercier Lumiere Foundation. I love those products. They're outdated products. They're not new. They're not trendy. They're not on the top of everyone's wish list anymore because they've been and done. But it kind of makes you feel a little bit inadequate if you aren't on top of these trends, if you aren't talking about like the latest eyeshadow palette, if you aren't investing your money in these things. Like I've said a million times on my channel, if I ever got makeup in PR, I would be all about doing that sort of stuff, but with the conscious mind that you don't need all of this makeup to feel adequate. And I think that is the power of makeup and the community that makeup has created, especially in the last 5 years, since the rise of the influencer and the rise of all these different brands. I mean, back when I was younger, we had MAC, Napoleon, and I'm pretty sure that was it. MAC and Napoleon. Maybe, oh, actually no, that's a lie, sorry. Elizabeth Arden was always around, Revlon was always around, Maybelline New York was always around. Like those key staple items, and Estee Lauder, they were kind of like the pinnacle brands when I was younger, and that was it. Now we've got Dose of Colors, we've got Huda Beauty, we've got Cover FX, we've got like everything under the sun. And like when you think about it, it's really duplicates of the same item, just with a different brand on it and different packaging. And if you felt like you were getting a luxurious experience, you think you have a better product, but really it's exactly the same product as a Maybelline powder that you might have got when you were younger, and it's exactly the same thing. I don't know, I'm kind of rambling now, I'm kind of coming off topic, but I do feel like makeup has this whole new level of power. It's worth billions and billions of dollars as an industry. The makeup industry itself, it's a really great place to invest, and obviously people are investing in it. There wouldn't be this many brands if they weren't investing in it, because it's financially viable. But at what cost? And that cost is to the consumer. That cost is to you as the consumer. So being a conscious consumer can also, the words that I'm looking for is kind of along the lines of give you the power back as a consumer, knowing what works for you, what you actually need, and what is a need and what is a want, and what you are actually contributing to the beauty community. Are you a positive contributor or are you a negative contributor? The power of makeup is a double-edged sword. And as long as we are aware of that, as long as we are aware that there is such a positive aspect to it, the artistry, the passion, the way that people can fully transform a face into anything that they want to be, not just doing glam makeup. Like you can transform your face from what my face looks like now to looking like a tree, or to looking like a fish, or like something completely abstract. You could literally paint like the Mona Lisa onto my face. Like it wouldn't be obviously identical, but like you could do a variation of it. Like that is true art. And I feel like that art component has gone and it's become commercial, and that powerful awe around makeup that we used to have when there were just the brands like MAC and Napoleon and Estee Lauder, like I was talking about before, that was purely emphasized on being art. It's just become very, oh, you don't have the latest Anastasia palette, or who does this girl think she is? She has no idea about the latest foundation. Does she even use a pore filling primer? Like it's gone from being something that is actually quite magnificent to a detrimental, negative, troll-like space. And not only if you are getting into the beauty community are you seeing this, you would start to feel it. You would start to feel inadequate. And if you wanted to break out and try to be an influencer per se, which I think everyone should have a go at it. I think it's an absolutely beautiful place to be. You can meet a lot of beautiful people, but you can also meet a lot of negative people as well that have a lot of opinions that aren't necessarily warranted. But it does make it hard for somebody to actually want to break into this industry, because it can be so negative and so destructive. And I think that's the key here, is the power of makeup is not only would build you up, but it's also destructive. It's not exactly like anything else I can think of. It is a whole world in and of itself, and that is the power of makeup. Makeup can make you feel on top of the world, but it can also make you feel like you're this big and completely overwhelmed. And another example of that is when I went through a like makeup addiction stage, where I was buying makeup every single week, and I spent like $2,000 in a week on makeup. It was just absolutely, I look back on it, I just think absolutely absurd. Like what the hell was wrong with me? Why did I even do that now. All I've got is just junk essentially in a drawer. And I remember when I was cleaning through it all and I was organizing it and stuff like that, I just got completely overwhelmed over the volume of makeup that I had. And I was looking at my blushes and I thought, this is going to take me like 20 years if I use blush every single day to get through these products. And they're going to be well and truly expired by then, which means I've literally just basically set hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of bills on fire because it's off, it might not work, the quality might not be there. It's literally just throwing your money down the drain. And that's what this community, that's what this marketing, this way that things are being sold to us now and being so accessible is impacting us every single day. And I don't want this video to be negative because, like I said, makeup can be such a beautiful thing. It can be a complete art. It can be something that people use as an escape. It can be, I know I hear people say that makeup's my therapy, but this is where another argument comes up. Like, is it really makeup that's your therapy, or is it just buying something new that's your therapy and makeup's just easy? And like, I'm getting on a tangent now. I'm just kind of going completely off topic, so I might wrap this video up here. But let me know what you think about the power of makeup. Does it build you up, or does it bring you down? Because I am really curious to see how everyone's feeling, especially for us Victorians at the moment in Melbourne, Australia, especially because we're going into another lockdown. Like, we're currently in another lockdown when this video goes up. We should be starting to come out of it, but it does kind of put everything into perspective again. And I think we were starting to kind of get that normalcy back. And then the first thing to go for me is like all this vanity complex goes. Like the hair, the makeup, the clothes, the shoes, all that sort of stuff goes. And the power of makeup, makeup's true power on us goes. It's out the wood, it's out the window, it's gone. So I just want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about this commentary video. I am really loving doing these kinds of videos at the moment. It's all opinion based. This is just my opinion. If you disagree with it, totally fine. Like, I love to start discussions where people don't agree with my opinion. I'm all about it. So do not forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. If you like it, give it a thumbs down. If you don't like it, either way, whatever works for you. But I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.